right, we're on Taharot, Perek Hey, Mishnah Zayin. 7th Mishnah in the 5th chapter of Masechet Taharot. We're continuing to talk about cases of Safek, where you're not sure what happened, you have to make a decision about Tuma. Mishi Yasha B'Reshut HaRabim. Person is sitting in B'Reshut HaRabim. Remember we said normally Safek, Tuma, B'Reshut HaRabim, Sfeko, Tahor. Someone's sitting in the public thoroughfare. Some guy walks on, comes on, he's sitting on the floor. I guess somebody, walks on his clothing. Okay, so do we have to wonder, do you have to be choshesh, do you have to be concerned? Walking on something is midras, dores, that's literally stepping on something. You have to be concerned that that person was a zav, that he's mitameh, or whatever, one of the different people is mitameh. Oh, shirakak. Person spit, v'naga beruko, you touched his spit. Gross, but what can you do? You walked on it, not wearing shoes, etc. So it says in Mishnah, aruko sarfina truma. If that person then touched truma, so therefore, al ruko, on the spit, you burn truma, because we make a gzeira about rok, about spit, about saliva. That's the rule, and we're going to see, even though it's a safek, and we don't guard by the majority, because the liquid of a zav is an avatuma, we're very careful, so therefore, if you touch truma after you touch the spit without being mitaher, you have to burn the truma. But al begadav, based on his clothing, somebody stepped on his clothing, so then you follow the majority, says the Bartanura. If most people in the city are Zavim and Zavot, Zav is people that have some kind of emission, Zavot is women that bleed not during their nida period, then you burn it. It's probably very rare that would happen, so basically you go by the rov, Hochinach HaRov means it's probably fine. Yashen B'Reshut HaRabim. Person fell asleep in the public thoroughfare. Ve'aman, and then he stood up, and when he's done, Keilav Tmeim Midrasi Rabbi Meir. Rabbi Meir says his clothing is definitely Tamei Midras. B'chachamim mitar. B'chachamim say it's fine. Why would Rabbi Meir say his clothing is Tamei Midras? Didn't we say you should follow the robe? Says the Bartanura, even though we said you go after the robe, Yashen Shai, the person who's sleeping is different. Why? Because when you're sleeping, Chayshinan, we are worried, we are concerned, Shemer Rov B'nei Adam Rasu Abagada. While you're sleeping, the whole city went by you. Ve'echad mehem zavo zav, and one of them was the zavo zav. It's even if the majority of the city is not zavim or zavot, if you're sleeping in the middle of the street, then people are walking over you all the time. Therefore, you can assume that somebody was your tamei. That's Rabbi Meir's position. And Chachamim say mitarin. Why? Kevan dehave safek tuma b'reshut harabim. That's the case of safek. Maybe nobody walked on you at all, and therefore the Chachamim say tahor. Next case, naga be'echad balayla. It's the middle of the night. Pitch dark, you can't see anything, you touch something. You don't know if the person is alive or dead. When you wake up the next morning, the person died. So now, when you touched him, was he alive? And therefore you're a tahor, or he was dead and you're tamei. Rabbi Meir mitaher says, Rabbi Meir tahor. Okay, we assume that he was alive when you touched him. Chachamim mitamim. Chachamim say no, tamei. Why? Shekol hatumot kishaat mitziatam. All the cases of tumah follow the time when you found them, when you know. So you found the guy, he was dead, so you have to assume that he was dead when you touched him before. Why therefore? Imra, but the Bartanura says, Imra ochai mi be'erev. If you saw him alive, then even though then even you found him dead in the morning, modim chachamim labi meir shutar. Then you know we started because then you knew he was alive, so you assume he stays alive until you know he's dead, which is in the morning, so that's okay. Then Chachamim would agree. So when are they arguing? They're arguing when they didn't see the guy, when you didn't see the guy when he was still alive, so maybe he really was dead when you bumped into him in the middle of the night. We'll stop here. Dedicated learning to memory of my father, Rav Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. There we go. Make it a great day.